Well, Al Jazeera's Dorothy Parvaz has been following social media coming out of Iran, and especially Twitter, because it's just so immediate. And of course, a lot of people looking at Twitter and blogs and Facebook to try and get a sense of what's happening in Iran. What have you been seeing?
Well, interestingly enough, in this election, all the candidates have been tweeting, and we've set up a site a page on our site where you can see sort of like live track the tweets, who's tweeting about which candidate and the volume of tweets referring to each of them. So you can sort of gauge their popularity a little bit. The previous election was seen as the Twitter revolution was what happened, right? The protest, the uprising. But this is more like the Twitter election. So it's kind of a different vibe to it. But, you know, when you're not supposed to use Twitter in a country and the candidates are using it, and so is the supreme leader, it's a different day.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So the candidates have been using it. What have they been saying? What kind of messages have they been posting?
Well, Arif, a previous candidate, the reformist candidate who dropped out, has been tweeting a lot in support of Rouhani. And today he was saying, you know, that people should go out and vote and to have a hand in their destiny. He was imploring people to vote because some people are trying to boycott the election all in all. And Rouhani had tweeted that his campaign has sent a letter of complaint to the Guardian Council over some confusion caused by the fact that Arif's name, the reformist, is still on the ballot. Now, Arif dropped out to give Rouhani his vote. So if Arif's on the ballot, Rouhani will lose votes. So that's a big deal. And, you know, for him to complain so openly and in English on Twitter is a big deal.
Oh, that is interesting. And what's so fascinating is that, you know, as you talk about the volume of messages on Twitter, it's the fact that the Iranian government has really been trying to clamp down on this form of expression, hasn't it?
It has, but I think it's learned some lessons since 2009. It's really slowed things down. It's slowed down the speed of the internet, this much we know. But it hasn't entirely restricted things. So people can still get online, they can still, you know, tweet using VPNs probably. But, you know, if they allow people to tweet, if they allow people to use the internet, they can also monitor them better. And even the Supreme Leader has a Twitter handle and a Facebook page. Is it official? Never officially, you know, stated so, but it's there and it's quite popular.
So can people be really open about their opinions on Twitter, knowing that they're being monitored?
Well, probably not, but it hasn't stopped a lot of people. I mean, we've seen people complaining also about Arif's name being on the ballot. We've seen people complaining about the fact that when they go to vote, they get a stamp saying second round when it's still the first round. And when they ask questions, they're told, oh, don't worry, next time we'll use the first round when you come for the second round. So people are pretty vocal about things still, but maybe not as much so. So if you look at the volume of tweets coming out of Iran now versus 2009, you'll see a dramatic decrease, but it's still there.
Interesting stuff. Dorothy, thank you very much indeed for following all that for us. Dorothy Parvaz, online journalist there.